जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन जमुना तीरावनचारी जमुना तीरावनचारी राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन जमुना तीरावनचारी जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन जमुना तीरावनचारी जमुना तीरावनचारी जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा जाम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय मायपुर नवदीप धाम की जय गंगा माई की जय भक्ति देवी की जय श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की जय समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंद नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण विष्णु ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगणिताश्च विशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिविकासस्वामिनिति नामिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिने नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। कम करति वाचालं मंगलं गायति गिरिमत् कृपात् महामन्ते शिवरन्ते तारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। सकृत् एव प्रपन्नो यस्तपसास्मि च याचते अभयं सर्वदा तस्मै ददामि एतत् व्रतं मम। So Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to the 11th session of online reading of Patropadesh volume 2. So we're going to read from page number 220. Just a second, I got a sorry devotees, I had an urgent call. So we're going to continue from page number oh, Krishna. Okay. Page number 220. Am I right? It is 220 only, no? Am I audible to everybody? Hare Krishna. Yes. Is everyone able to hear me? So it is page number 220. Hmm. 24th March 2015. May Shriman Mahaprabhu grant you residence in his Dhama suitable for your service to him there. 25th March 2015. This is a battle of attrition, and as in every battle, setbacks are inevitable. It will require continued enthusiasm, determination, and especially patience to rectify a situation that has been chronic for years. It's very nice. This is a battle of attrition, and as in every battle, setbacks are inevitable. It will require continued enthusiasm, determination, especially patience to rectify a situation that has been chronic for years. I would not worry too much about I Prabhu's long hair. At least he is on your side. You could politely bring his attention to Srila Prabhupada's Chaitanya Charitamrita purport, in which he states that devotees should not have long hair like hippies. I suggest that you write P. Maharaj asking why he does not reply to you. You could suggest some more reasons, such as: are you too busy? Do you feel that there is something wrong in my attitude? Do you think that my points are irrelevant? You have made good progress, but that will be lost if you now withdraw. Be tenacious. As Prabhu, myself, and others fighting similar battles in other spheres can attest, such struggles can continue for years, but ultimately the tide can turn. 25th March 2015. There are all kinds of issues that require researching and writing about. Both K. Prabhu and S. Prabhu have asked me about the possibility of your writing articles about ongoing issues in ISKCON. On the whole, I think it is best that for now you concentrate on the Perfection of Religion project, which is meant to provide a foundation for preaching to Muslims. Not everyone can do everything, and major projects like this requires much focus to bring a fruition. We need to create more devotees who can take up such services. In the meantime, we are overwhelmed with challenges. Almost every day, devotees present me various issues to which they expect satisfying replies, but that would require much research to make a comprehensive response. For instance, recently a godbrother of yours has raised perennial issues about Raganuga Bhakti and the fall or not of the Jiva. How many things can we deal with? 27 March 2015. Please do not be depressed. Krishna consciousness is always, excuse me, hopeful. Bolster, bolster your spirit by reading Srila Prabhupada's books as much as you can. 2nd April 2015. That India does more book distribution than the rest of the world together means that in India there are many committed devotee book distributors who are dedicated to Srila Prabhupada's mission. They have certainly imbibed the message in Srila Prabhupada's books and have gone far beyond being mere pious Hindus. Your, da- your dangling around is a tragic waste of your potential and hopefully will end along with your alimony payments. Sorry, a lot of disturbances. Still, continuing to read, still your dangling is not as tragic as those who don't even dangle and who have just fallen away. The Harikesha era is over and will not return. If it if at all you are to find favorable circumstances of compatible devotees compatible devotees with whom you can work in pursuance of a common goal, you will have to create such a situation. 4th April 2015. This is your usual tragicomical outlook, but it seems that the tragical aspect is increasing and the comic aspect is vanishing. It seems that you are on the verge of moving on, but to where? Frustrating as your present situation might be, there is little prospect of anything better anywhere else. I sometimes visualize yourself and P. Prabhu combining to revive G. You are both very powerful personalities and both fully dedicated to Srila Prabhupada's preaching mission. What do you think? 2nd April 2015. What do you think of the proposal that I eventually initiate S, who somehow married A Prabhu? It would be another case of an absentee guru. You might remember that your ex wife was disturbed that I initiated a half crazy woman. However, that woman went on to perform steady and dedicated service for several years before she died. And she was much appreciated by the devotees in her area, notwithstanding her occasional exhibitions of eccentricity. So, initiating mentally unsteady people can sometimes have a good effect, although I agree that it should not be a regular policy. It is risky to initiate even. Sorry, devotees. We are staying our house, or where we are staying, we have taken a house where residential locality, so people cook a lot of things, and the smoke and all those things, it disturbs a lot for us, especially this onion and garlic. uh, what can be done? It is risky to initiate even persons who are seemingly normal, a difficult term to define, as many of them later fall away or might secretly be insane, as was the German wings pilot who tragically flew a plane full of passengers into a mountain. Oh, technically, the initiation that you described is against ISKCON law and could be complained about to the GBC. The guru involved is notorious for this. 9 April 2015. He is certainly a gifted devotee with a good knack of communicating with people and distributing books. I did not say that he was on the Nishta stage. Maybe I said that possibly he was on that stage. He might have misunderstood this to be an affirmation. As I have communicated to him, I have reservations about his present proclivities. I have warned him about possible dangers, and now my policy is wait and see. It is not uncommon that devotees overestimate their level of advancement. But if they are sincere, then Krishna will give them the tests by which they can come to a more realistic platform. I'm surprised that he has told you about this because I advised him to keep it to himself and he assured me that he wanted to do so. I plan to write him and ask him why he is sharing this with you and possibly with others. Would that be okay with you? It is up to you whether or not to join him. It is very difficult for young devotees in X who have a pioneering spirit to find favorable devotee association. So you might consider cooperating with those who have a strong preaching mood, even in a case like this, in which some factors about the devotees involved are unclear. Oh, Krishna. 9th April 2015. Thank you so much for your dedication to preaching for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada. The news of your book distribution is especially pleasing, as is that of your inspiring one boy to move into the temple. You must be careful to maintain strong sadhana, especially when distributing books in higher sensuous venues. Your godbrother B. Prabhu became a victim of womanly attraction while distributing in such circumstances. So do not underestimate the dangers. There are many factors that contribute to advancement in Krishna consciousness. They are outlined in Srila Prabhupada's books, especially the Nectar of Devotion. If we sincerely follow the process as given in those books, then surely we will make progress. Ninth April 2015. Krishna, save us from ourselves. Possibly M's scholarly intensity is to save herself from facing her mind and all the distress that would come from contemplating the bitterness and insecurity of her home background. 13th April 2015. Institutions means money, manpower, and positions, so politics is inevitable. As far as possible, we should try to stay aloof from it and not be disturbed when we become victims of it. This can be very difficult, but is possible if we absorb the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. For instance, Tatha Manapamana Yoho. K. Prabhu wrote me about what he had confidentially discussed, and I was surprised that you are sharing it with others. 13th April 2015. What you have described sounds pretty bad, but I cannot get a full understanding of the situation without getting both sides of the story. As general advice, I can proffer that you can only give yourself fully to persons in whom you have faith that they have your best interests at heart and do not wish to exploit you for any personal motive. You will not be able to stay long with anyone unless you trust them in this way. Based on this, using your own intelligence, you must decide what to do. 16th April 2015. Considering that it would be expected that only devotees of the most elevated consciousness would be inclined to teach Bhakti Shastra, and especially this is being conducted within the holy dham, what do you perceive to be the root cause of this foolish yet very nasty politics? 18 April 2015. I am not upset with you, so please do not be in anxiety. Always remember that the path of Krishna consciousness is like a razor's edge. Be careful. 21 April 2015. Maya especially tries to disturb those devotees who are serious to preach Krishna consciousness. Remain steady and fixed in your resolve. Possibly, if you start a preaching center in V, I can spend time with you there. Notwithstanding your recent misunderstanding with K. Prabhu, he is a gem of a devotee, and if you can work things out with him, he will be good association for you and an asset in your preaching projects. Okay. So now I would like to request Shubhankar ji, are you there? So Shubhankar ji can read from 24th April 2015.
24th April 2015. Items such as eating utensils and heaters, that are meant for deity service should never be used by anyone else. If somehow they are used by someone else, they should be immediately replaced. They should never again be used in the deity's service. To do so would be like again offering prasada.
Oh,
There are serious problems there. You could try to involve M. Prabhu as Dee suggested, but it is unlikely that he could effect a significant change without being personally present. You have tried and done your best, but there is no communication. So it is unless for you. So it is useless for you to continue to try to do anything directly. There is supposed to be a facility called ISKCON Resolve for dealing with such situations. I do not know if it is functional in you or anywhere else in the world. You could try looking on the internet or asking your absentee JVC, but most likely there will gradually be a series of blowouts like the one you have described, until either G decides that he has had enough and quits, or there is a revolution. 25th April 2015. Thank you for your willingness to teach this course to some of my disciples. The suggestion that they take this course arose in the course of our discussing how to deal with difficult devotees. We have had several difficult devotees who are perceived by others to be selfish, exploitive, and duplicitous, yet who themselves, it seems, cannot understand why others are upset with them and take it to be a fault of others who try to correct them. Another class of difficult devotees that we regularly have to deal with are leaders at various levels who also are often political and duplicitous, if not outright unpleasant. Can conflict can conflict resolution training help with such types, or does it work on the supposition that all involved parties should be basically sincere? Or do myself and the devotees involved with me need a radical change of outlook? Please do not share the sensitive points of this letter with others. 26 April 2015. As traveling and preaching gives you so much spiritual energy and is beneficial to others, why not just do it and leave C? You could cover all your financial needs for carrying sets of Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavatam, lectures, etc. to sell to congregational devotees. Why wait until the situation in C becomes intensely disastrous, that you have no choice but to leave? Actually, I do not object to your proposal to glorify me to my disciples. It is healthy that disciples hear sincere, balanced glorification of their Guru, which doesn't much happen these days. Either there is very little or no glorification, or fanatical glorification, and it is hard to say which is worse. 26 April 2015. I don't usually like to give advice in sensitive situations, the nuances of which I am unaware. In this case, it appears that were you that were you to accept the service of teaching, probably within a short time you would again be facing politics and possibly a blowout like the one that you just experienced. If if you feel that my assessment is correct, then you will have to ask yourself if it is wise to enter into such a situation. If it was me, I would probably try to avoid it, but the decision has to be your own. 26th April 2015. Thank you for informing me of this. Are devotees allowed to visit the hospital and perform kirtana? If so, as far as possible, kirtana should continue continuously. Or better still, if anyway the doctors predict that she will depart, she could be brought home to pass away there, and many devotees could come and help her on her way. 27th April 2015. I must express deep appreciation for your many years of commendable service as a brahmachari, um,
which will form a
which
foundation.
will form a strong foundation as you enter this difficult ashrama. Please go ahead with all blessings. 27th April 2015. Stab you in the back and then tell you that you should be Krishna conscious enough to understand that it is your karma, and she is always harping on about pastoral abuse. 6th May 2015. I suggest that you write something like this via someone who is sympathetic to you and still a member. Recently, the number of members of this conference much increased, but I feel that various opinions and some elements of disagreement have entered, and sometimes differing outlooks are expressed, and no satisfactory conclusion is arrived at. I have therefore set up a new group for a smaller number of users, wherein we know that we are all committed to the same vision of Sri Dharma as given to us by Srila Prabhupada. This might be considered a very conservative outlook, but it is one that I am comfortable with, and I really don't want to spend my time arguing about it. There are already plenty of fora for such disagreements. I invite anyone who would like to join this new group to send me a private email. You can send a list of terms and conditions to whomever writes you, and you can retain the option of removing my members, removing any member who flouts the rules. I am scheduled to meet ex-Prabhu later this month. Shall I discuss these matters with him? 15th May 2015. I wish you all success in your preaching endeavors, but you might have to struggle, especially in the beginning, as is common with preaching startups. Generally, all competent brahmacharis are fully engaged, and we do not have a pool of brahmacharis to send to different places. 15th May 2015. It is a fine line that you are treading. The best thing is to stick to the principles of your position and try not to arouse hatred of yourself. Issues that become emotional become much more difficult to deal with, and the principles tend to become lost amid sentimentalism and fanaticism. As far as possible, try not to alienate devotees who would otherwise be neutral. They are the ones who need to be won over. But as you know, devotees tend to be overly sentimental, so it is advisable that you make statements such as I appreciate that so and so has done much service in the past, but still we have to maintain Srila Prabhupada's standards in the temple, and clearly there are serious discrepancies that should not be allowed to continue. 15th May 2015. Thank you for your concern for B. Prabhu. However, you are overstepping your position by trying to dictate to me how I should deal with him. 16th May 2015. Be blessed and go forward in your service to Srila Prabhupada's mission. Life is full of twists and turns, and sometimes we may have to reset our course in ways that we could not have imagined. 16th May 2015. Please don't feel bad. We all have ups and downs, and we must leap and learn as we go forward in our service to Srila Prabhupada's mission. 16th May 2015. M. Prabhu recently wrote me that he recently met you and that you are in your usual mood of enthusiastic Krishna consciousness, but that your physical health is poor, as is your economic condition. Both yourself and M. Prabhu are committed to preach until your last breath. But from my side, I need to let you know that if things get too rough, then an arrangement could be made for you to live at an ISKCON center in India. Probably you are well aware of this as you must have many friends in India from your years of service there who could arrange these things for you. 16th May 2015. The Heidelberg model of a temple as a weekly community center is more or less standard throughout the West. Apart from the major inconvenience of having to worship deities who were installed in a different era.
Hare Krishna, Shubhankar ji, you can keep the mic little bit far away from your mouth because maybe you're keeping it near your mouth and uh, sound is coming, racking sound is coming. Crack, crack, crach, crach, crach. I don't know.
Okay, bro.
Uh,
16th May 2015. These are the effects of old age. None can avoid it. Sorry for stating the obvious, but barring a miracle, you now have to prepare for death, even though hamstrung by the miseries of old age. You can only try to complete various services that you have started, but it is a race against time. I therefore request you to focus on writing, as that will have a longer term effect than anything else. 16 May 2015. In X, I was told that the deities had been taken to Mayapura for painting. This should not be done. The painter should come to them, not vice versa. One reason for this is that the worship should not be stopped. But now that it is stopped, better that you not resume it until you are properly ready. You might know that in various preaching projects that I oversee, I have not allowed the worship of deities because devotees are not at the level whereby they can worship according to the minimal standards given by Srila Prabhupada. In Salem, I authorized worship as it is conducted to the proper standard, with a full schedule of aratis and bhoga offerings, all conducted by initiated brahmanas. Originally in Y, you worshipped these Gauranitai as personal deities, and later they became temple deities in X. But the standard has never been satisfactory. Even now various services are performed by non-Brahmanas, and aratis and offerings are insufficient and irregular. When the deities return from Mayapur, they should be kept nicely in a box until I give permission for their worship to be resumed. 16th May 2015. I trust that your sadhana and daily schedule are now improved. Surely, to undertake such an elevated service as translating the Acharya's works, the consciousness must be clear, for which a minimal necessity is basic sadhana. 17th May 2015. I fully understand that you had to make a decision in a hurry. Anyway, there was no major problem. I am indebted to you for your continuing sincere service. 17th May 2015. Regarding your efforts to improve matters in M, as you were probably aware, no real changes will happen unless there is a major change in the outlook of the leaders. Even if the present leadership were to be replaced, the new regime would likely be composed of devotees of similar mentality. Seeing that the required paradigm shift is very unlikely, you are basically wasting your time, except that you are gaining practical education as to the inner workings of ISKCON. From what I understand, nowadays aim is far from ideal for raising families. Your family's situation is particularly unsatisfactory, considering that you are often absent, although this was not your original intention. I suggest that you and your family hear morning Bhagavatam classes in Bengali rather than in English. That will help you to learn some Bengali, and also you are less likely to be subjected to various strange notions. 18th May 2015. It seems that things are working out well. Be careful though, because many a slip twixt the cup and the lip, and if victory is achieved, it is important to be gracious and not vindictive toward the losers. 19th May 2015. I agree with M. Prabhu that to establish the kind of program that you envisage is presently not very practicable. The only way to do a real Gurukula is to have strict standards: no TV, no Karmi food, etc. A major problem could arise with dissenting parents who want their children to be Krishna conscious but not too much. This is a problem that we face in our Gurukulas in India. It requires much preaching to restrain the parents from undoing all that we teach the children. If, however, you decide to go ahead with your plans, I will wish you all the best. But at present, homeschooling seems to be a better option. 19th May 2015. Recently in M, Mataji told me that G demands her attention but that she is unable to fully give it as she is busy with service on the computer. It is true that G is unusually demanding of mother's attention, but I feel that if he is not given it, he will grow up resenting you. I therefore suggest that you give him the attention that he demands, even if that means resigning from these services. Hopefully, soon, as he gets older, he will become less demanding. It was Krishna's unexpected mercy on you that you got this child when you had given up hope. So even if he is somewhat difficult, you have to deal with him in such a way that he feels fully cared for.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, Vivek, are you there? Can continue to read. Hare Krishna.
20th May 2015. Sorry for intruding on you. I recently heard your lecture series, Great Ideas of Philosophy, and was impressed by your knowledge, wisdom, lucidity, sincerity, and unabashed theism. For the last 40 years, I have been dedicated to a theistic path based on an elaborate philosophy, although not what professional philosophers might admit to be a philosophy. Specifically, I follow Gaudiya Vaishnavism. I am with the Hare Krishna movement. If possible, I would like to discuss with you the nature of certainty and of subjectivity and objectivity therein. Personal meeting would be best. I am based in India, but I plan to be in England next August and in September in USA. You might kindly consider to extend me some of your valuable time, or maybe to suggest to me one of your students with whom I could discuss these points. 20 May 2015. Dear Professor Chalmers, my best wishes to you. Sorry to intrude on you, and sorry if this note sounds condescending. I-
Condescending.
condescending. I recently came across your delineation of the hard problem and was surprised that you seem to be unaware of this Upanishadic teachings concerning Atma, as it is unlikely that you are actually unaware of this. Maybe you are reluctant to pursue them, and I wonder why that might be. You speak of an entirely different perspective being required to solve the hard problem, but that perspective has already been shown. It is not a perspective that will be readily accepted in Western philosophy or science, but it has worked for generations of yogis. The Atma, the individual non-material soul is in each body, is the source of consciousness in each body. It is simple to understand but impossible to prove by contemporarily accepted scientific methods. It requires a different methodology in order to understand it. Just some thoughts. I appreciate that you are far more learned than I in many fields pertaining to the study of consciousness. Please inform me if you have dealt within your writings on the topic of Atma or mysticism in general, and I will try to catch up on that. 21st May 2015. Obviously, you have to adjust something, but it should not be the most basic of our spiritual principles, which is chanting our rounds. 21st May 2015. Sorry. 25th May 2015.
No, 21st May 2015.
Okay. 21st May 2015. As you're unhappy in us, you could take permission from G. Prabhu and relocate, maybe to Mayapur. Or you could adjust your mind as there is no real problem in us. The problem is in your mind. You are in a big illusion if you think that by getting married, you will be able to live peacefully and in solitude. I know that you are a sincere devotee and that you are going through a difficult period. Do not become overwhelmed. Continue chanting Hare Krishna with full faith. You have carefully studied Srila Prabhupada's books, and now you have to sagaciously apply the knowledge therein. 22nd May 2015. He told me that he had refused to meet B. Prabhu because at the time he was going through some difficult experiences and his nerves were frazzled. I told him that he had made a bad mistake and I hope that he will realize that. Anyway, he is a good soul and we all have to live and learn. 22nd May 2015. I must admit that I still haven't read your book, and frankly, I might not do so very soon. I am not opposed to the general thesis that we are meant for Raganuga Bhakti, but how that fits with the day-to-day workings of Srila Prabhupada's mission will require consideration. I have a couple of doubts, which might annoy you. I hope not. It seems that you did not mention Srila Prabhupada's response to the Gopi Bhava Club in Los Angeles, circa 1975. It would seem that a balanced presentation of Raganuga Bhakti for Srila Prabhupada's followers should include this, with an explanation of how what you are proposing differs from what Srila Prabhupada opposed at that time. My next doubt is very sensitive. In your last email to me, you mentioned your partner. I don't know if this refers to a male or female, married or unmarried, but it brings to my mind that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur not only gave directions for Raganuga Bhakti, he also warned to remain on the path of Dharma. Of course, if you have remained married to the same woman since your youth, that would be within the path of Dharma. But I am afraid that in the West, it is all too common for devotees to go through multiple spouses. This is one reason why I am more interested in promoting Varnashrama Dharma than Raganuga Bhakti. Srila Prabhupada personally emphasized Varnashram Dharma as the need of the hour to bring the people in general and even his own disciples to the level of basic civilized behavior from which platform they can advance further. 25th May 2015. You are more likely to realize later than at present that your time in India will be helpful for your future life. I am not forcing you to stay, but I suggest that you remain for a full year before returning. Try to get off the mental platform by becoming absorbed in Kirtana and by considering your good fortune to be in the association of so many serious devotees. 25th May 2015. I am glad that you are desirous to again chant 16 rounds daily, but actually you should never have stopped. Now go forward with a renewed determination to never stop chanting 16 rounds. 25th May 2015. Are you now in USA? I have a Western disciple who for several years has been serving at ISKCON S and who now wishes to have an arranged marriage. His parents are not devotees, so the arrangement will have to be made by devotees. Might you be interested to help? So far, B. Maharaja has been involved, but understandably, as a sannyasi, he feels awkward in doing so. 26th May 2015. It seems that you are often under criticism, and you could consider several possible reasons as to why. It could be some karmic reaction that you have to live through. It could be Krishna's arrangement to test and purify you. Maybe you need to better choose your association or look at yourself to find the causes of others' annoyance and seek to rectify yourself. And as you have noted, to take shelter of the great devotees. 26th May 2015. I am sorry that you are discomforted by these rules. I do not make the rules, but like you, I am obliged to follow them, which I do as far as possible and will continue to do so except if there are cases of gross deviation from Srila Prabhupada's standards. 26th May 2015. If you have not yet planned to do so, I suggest that you spend the first 2 weeks or so of your married life visiting Mayapur or Vrindavan or both with your wife. 26th May 2015. Certainly, the topic of Raganuga Bhakti should be discussed among qualified devotees. To consider it taboo would be bizarre.
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 To consider it taboo would be bizarre.
Taboo. Considering it taboo.
Taboo. Taboo means taboo.
Considering it taboo means, oh, we should not discuss it. It should not be discussed outside, like that.
Yeah.
Oh, it is something should not be spoken outside. That side of situation is called taboo.
Okay. To consider it taboo would be bizarre. But there is and always will be a lot of work to do at ground level, which is where I am mostly engaged, at least for now. Kabe Lokanatha More Sange Laya Jabe. 28th May 2015. Probably I would require permission from ISKCON U leaders to represent the movement on national radio, and probably it is best that I not do so, as my outlook differs to theirs on important issues such as education and Hinduism. 29th May 2015. There certainly is much scope for distributing Srila Prabhupada's books to the youth of America, so please continue to do so with heart and soul. 29th May 2015. Srila Prabhupada said, if only one person takes up Krishna consciousness seriously, I will consider my mission successful. So if I can inspire even one person in Srila Prabhupada's service, that is my success. 29th May 2015. As you are now immersed in Gaura Leela Smarana, I request you to share this nectar with others by giving many lectures and by encouraging others to read Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. 30 May 2015. Your wife to be is also my spiritual daughter, so please look after her carefully. 31st May 2015. Thank you for the warning. It would be very provocative if I were to tell my disciples not to hear from any devotee in good standing. As I see it, quite a few of the leading devotees in ISKCON today are somewhat or very off. Rather than singling any out, I have made clear in many lectures what is the proper standard and what is deviation. Those who hear my lectures understand. I cannot help those who don't hear. Those who do not perform the basic activity of discipleship are hardly more than disciples in name only. 2nd June 2015. I appreciate your concern about establishing Vedic society, but it will not be possible to do so by edict alone. Nor can we reject people from Krishna consciousness for being sinful. Rather, we have to try to help people to lead sinful lives. Please consider the following quote from Srila Prabhupada. One cannot suddenly change a community's social customs. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, 7 chapter 31st verse, 32nd verse. As I have written in my latest book, Women Masters or Mothers, based on the seminar of that name, the Krishna consciousness movement must choose either to try to implement Srila Prabhupada's orders regarding Varnashrama Dharma or to accommodate itself with the modern world. Of course, this is not a completely black and white issue because to some extent we cannot avoid adjustment with contemporary society, nor can we just flick a switch and turn on Varnashrama Dharma. But we should at least know where we are supposed to be going and make serious steps in that direction. Exactly how to establish Varnashram Dharma appears to be elusive. It will require strictness and flexibility, apparently contradictory traits that were both masterfully present in Srila Prabhupada. I am afraid that the hardline approach that you seem to advocate will be counterproductive and is likely to turn people off Varnashrama Dharma and maybe Krishna consciousness also. Refer also to the Sannyasis versus Grihasthas controversy described in Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita, chapter 49, especially the following. Reading the resolutions to Prabhupada in his room usually evoked little verbal response from him. His practice was generally to nod in approval or occasionally to comment. But when he heard the resolution that husbandless women with children could not stay in the temples, he uttered a thoughtful hmm. Then he said, as for me, my only concern is that they shall not waste their valuable human life. He was speaking not in the tone of the official head of the society, who could veto resolutions, but in a very personal, humble way as a pure devotee. After so much struggle, he said, they have got this human form, and I do not want that they should miss the opportunity. As for me, I cannot discriminate man, woman, child, rich, poor, educated, or foolish. Let them all come and let them take Krishna consciousness so that they will not waste their human life. 3rd June 2015. In description, the only thing
In
left is
separation.
sorry, Prabhu. In separation, the only thing left is to pray, pray, pray. A disciple of mine in Salem wanted to join the temple, but he was forced by his family to go to college instead. For 4 years, he literally counted the days until the end of the course. Anytime you could ask him how many days he had left, and he would immediately reply. On the last day, he went to the college in the morning and joined the temple in the afternoon. He was the best student too. You might do similarly until your alimony bondage is finished in about 2 years and you will be a free man. 4th June 2015. Only if you yourself build up a preaching project will you have enough authority to do things the way you need to. One suggestion is that you could remain in D and specifically take the designations of Bhakta leader and Sankirtan leader. Then take charge of G Prabhu and any good prospects who may come. Before very long, ISKCON D will have to pass into new hands, and it would be a great service to prepare newcomers.
1 second. I just lost. I clicked some.
242 Prabhu page.
That's what I just some other. I clicked somewhere and it just went to some page. I don't know why it happens in my computer. 260,
242.
242, na? Yeah,
4th June 2015.
242. Yes.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, 4th.
Yes.
Yeah, 4th June 2015. Only if you yourself build up a preaching project will you have enough authority to do things the way you need to. One suggestion is that you could remain in D and specifically take the designations of Bhakta leader and Sankirtan leader, then take charge of G Prabhu and any good prospects who may come. Before very long, ISKCON D will have to pass into new hands, and it would be a great service to prepare newcomers who were well trained. There is an English saying, better the devil that you know than the devil you don't. It is quite unsure that any move would put you in a better position, so it might be better to persevere where you are. 5th June 2015. Some time ago, I gave a lecture about conspiracy theories. You should be able to find the recording on my website. In short, quite possibly there are all kinds of conspiracies going on, but it is very difficult to know which among the purported conspiracies are real and which are imaginary. It is even more difficult to do anything about them. Even if we could do something about them, we will all remain fooled by the greatest conspiracy, which is given by Maya. Therefore, devotees should not waste their time in bothering too much about so many conspiracies which come and go, but they should focus on practicing and preaching Krishna consciousness and in this way benefit the world in the best possible way. We can also describe to others the characteristics of demons as stated in Bhagavad Gita chapter 16 and elsewhere, but it is better not to deeply analyze any particular demons or their schemes.
Okay, we will stop here because it is 9:04.
Okay. Thank you very much.
So we are in page number. Stop to continue from page number 243, 8th June 2015. Okay. I am writing because every time I have to ask somebody or I don't remember to see something. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. If anybody has any question, then they can ask. Yes. Prasanjit, Bhakta Prasanjit is asking a question. Please explain, Prabhu, the letter about Raganuga Bhakti Gopi Bhava Club in Los Angeles around 1975. So there are among the ISKCON history. This is a very great history happened in ISKCON. That's called GBC, Gopi Bhava Club. So to make the story short, it so happened that During 1975 in Los Angeles, some devotees, Matajis, Prabhujis, everybody, few devotees, some seniors are also there. Seniors means at that time seniors who joined before, and some juniors like that were there who were meeting at nights, and they were reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Those confidential pastimes where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is relishing the Ashta Sattvic Vikar. So he was having those pastimes he was in, and so they were discussing these all topics related to gopis, related to how gopis love Krishna, and all those topics. So Pradyumna Prabhu found it that there is some problem, something is going on. And Pradyumna Prabhu informed, you can go to that video, or what I can say, that memories of Srila Prabhupada. In that, Pradyumna Prabhu's memories are there. In that, he explains all these things. Then he informs to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada will become very angry, and he will say, he will call all the GBCs, he will call everybody. And then what was the complaint is that, what was the problem is that, problem was, they were discussing from the Chaitanya Charitamrita's confidential things which are mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. That was one thing. Second thing is that they came to the conclusion that what is that? Arjuna is inferior to Yashodamai, something like that. Or Yashodamai is inferior to gopis, something like that is the conclusion. And because they didn't understand the spiritual hierarchy, so they were all in the material platform. So obviously, to say that Arjuna is less, Yashoda is greater, or to say that gopis are higher, Yashoda is less, it's a mundane calculation. So Prabhupada became very, very angry. And then when it was complained to Prabhupada, then Prabhupada became very angry, and he told everybody to come. And then Prabhupada they were told, Prabhupada said to them that for you, that means Prabhupada said to them, for you, everybody is same. Yashodamai and Arjuna and gopis are the same. But then they told to Prabhupada that you only mentioned in your Chaitanya Charitamrita, these are all your books, Prabhupada, and we are reading from that. So what is the problem? So anybody can read any Chaitanya Charitamrita or Ras Mahadhyay in Krishna book and all those things. From 29th to 33rd, 5 chapters. Anybody can read. So the problem, Prabhupada said, yes. Prabhupada gave example of a medical shop or medicines, where so many medicines are there in the store. Prabhupada said there's so many medicines in the medical store. That doesn't mean you can take any medicine and you can take it and eat it and your this one disease will be cured. No. In that whole medicines, the doctor prescribes you the particular medicine to take. So like that, Prabhupada books are all, everything is there, but you should see what you deserve. When you are immature, when you Prabhupada said, actually this is an example, please take it as an example. Prabhupada said that a small boy or a kid, if he tries to understand or tries to contemplate about sex or sexual desires, how the sex is performed, all this, then it is a havoc for him. It is a poison for him. he will ruin his life, because he cannot understand, because it is not his age. When the opportune time comes, then he can understand that. So he should not immaturely try to understand that. So in that way, Prabhupada was explaining that we should not immaturely try to think ourselves, or oh, years doesn't decide what type of bhakti we are doing. Oh, I am in 10 years in Krishna consciousness, 20 years in Krishna consciousness, maybe I am in Raganuga Bhakti, I have attained Raganuga platform. No, Prabhupada said Vaidhi Bhakti should be performed and Raganuga Bhakti is revealed. So by performing Vaidhi Bhakti or Sadhana, Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, Raganuga Sadhana and Raga Bhakti both will be revealed. And Raganuga is Chaitanya Charitamrita, nectar of devotion. So Sadhana Bhakti is of two kinds. One is Vaidhi Sadhana, or Vaidhi Sadhana. That means according to the rules and regulations given in the scriptures. So that is under the guidance of the Guru. So that is called as Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. So when one performs Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, over a period of time, by Krishna's mercy, by Guru's mercy, Raganuga Bhakti will be revealed, wherein we follow a particular person, like in Chaitanya, in Tannama Rupa Charitadi Sukirtananu Smrtyo Kramena Rasana Manasi Nuyojya. That this is because when we try to do, then Tishtam Vraje Tadanuraga Jananugami. That means then we can follow a person who is situated in the Vraja Bhakti, and then follow his footsteps and then serve Krishna. But now it is not that platform. We are having lot of anarthas. Anartha nivritti takes a lot of time, maybe some lifetimes also. Yeah, it depends on the devotee. If it is in one lifetime also, it is possible by the Guru's mercy, but in general it takes a lot of time. So one should not be too big, too quick, as Maharaj says every time. Too big, too quick. So when we become too big, too quick, for example, we are in the fourth step down, and we try to extend our legs to the fifth step from the first step. What will happen? We will fall. So it is like that. Slowly, we have to step. So that was the problem. So we should not try to jump to. That's why Prabhupada said, na, yeah, they are not bathing in Radha Kund, they are bathing in Narak Kund. So, because devotees were taking it as a lightly, the Radha Kund, the transcendental water of Sri Radha Kund, which is not different from Srimati Radharani. So that's why we take a few water and sprinkle on our head. So this is all transcendental. We require a transcendental qualification. Our qualification, even now we are not able to control our sleep. Even we are not able to control our tongue from things. What to speak of Ragana Bhakti? That is too high for us. So that is these are some of the much can be said about this. Many devotees have many things to say about this, but this is what I'm just immediately trying to recollect. And there are some things also which can be which I can explain afterwards, but suddenly I don't remember. I think Prasenjit, this is a short one, but there are many things involved in this. Okay, if there is anything else to be asked. Hare Krishna. Okay. some senior Matajis are there or Prabhujis are there. If whatever I have said is okay or not, they can also tell me. Otherwise, I can correct myself. We cannot speak all the points from all Prabhupada's books in all circumstances, and all Maharaj has spoken everything in one point of time and then explain to the people. Sometimes we think like that, oh, we will explain people everything. We may not remember all those things. Whatever is possible, we have to tell. That's why I'm asking. So some Matajis, Prabhujis, if they have some points, they can put forward. Then they can explain. Okay. Thank you. Whatever it is, explanation is what given by Maharaj, and we hear from devotees the same explanation. I also appreciate the memory shared by Pratyumna Prabhu. Okay, 1 second. Memories of Srila Prabhupada. Pradyumna. Okay, I will share once I get it. So we will stop here and meet tomorrow. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna to all devotees. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhibhyevacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. दन्ते निधाय तृणकं पतेर्निपत्य कृत्वा च काकुशतम् एतद् अहं ब्रवीमि. हे साधव सकलमे विहाय दूरा चैतन्य चंद्र चरणे कुरुतानुरागात्. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे. हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण.